Hey tubies! So this is video 1 of the YouTube Pagan challenge. The topic of this video is basically how I found my path. So, to start at the very beginning, I grew up in a Christian household. My mother was Christian. My father didn't have a religion for a while, and then... Hi! And then in my teen years, he became a Christian. When I was about 13, 14, I started to get really depressed, and I really questioned the belief system that I had. It didn't serve me any purposes. It made me always feel guilty. I was self-harming. I was not in a good place. Hi, honey. And I'm afraid my daughter woke up from her nap, so bear with me. Hi. Here. Would you like this? Penny the pony? Okay. Anyways, I wasn't in a good place, so, there you go. I wasn't in a good place emotionally, mentally, physically I was probably okay. I've been in a lot worse before, so, but I wasn't in a good mindset. And so I decided, what religion would I start my search on? And I picked paganism. It was probably the most generic thing in the world to me at the time. I had no idea what it was about. I knew that it was one of the oldest, if not the oldest, and I figured I would start my search there because everything else kind of strains out from it. So I began my search there. I came across meditations that would help clear my chakras, which helped phenomenally. I discovered that I was an empath. I wasn't like an energy vampire, because that's what I thought. I thought like the social anxiety part of me, the antisocial part of me, always thought that, you know, it's because I drain other people's energy that people didn't want to be around me. So I realized that that wasn't the case. I was actually just an empath, and I was reading these emotions, and that's what was causing a lot of difficulty for me to figure out how to cope, and that's why I was having more difficulty than the other kids. I realized the things that I would see every now and then were actually people's auras. It wasn't just some weird thing that my eyes were doing because my eyes were tired. It was just something that was happening. Hello. Hi. Okay, you wanna stand up on mom? Okay, stand up on mom. So I started to look into paganism. At the time, my neighbor was reading a really interesting book. Well, it wasn't very interesting, but it was a fiction book called House of Night, and she thought I would really enjoy it because, let's face it, I'm kind of a vampire girl. I really thoroughly enjoy my vampire novels. So she let me read it, and the idea of a goddess, the idea of not just a male figure, but like a female and male, the idea of a goddess and a god, whoa. The idea of a goddess and a god, the idea of casting a circle, it all, something inside me started to scream that, like, yes, that's what you need. Follow it. So I decided I would keep looking. Yes, honey, that's a camera. Sorry, guys. I decided I would start looking there. I would start to, okay, here we go. Let's do something else quick. I've decided I would start looking into that because somewhere in the world this is based off of a religion. There's someone in the world is doing this right now. Somebody out there is casting a circle. So I started to look into it, and I ended up finding Wicca. The idea of casting circles and spells really resonated with me, and it just felt right. I got kicked out of the Christian school that I was at. Everybody thought it was a phase. People in my family knew about it because it was a very Christian family, and the one aunt that I have that wasn't Christian, she came to me and she said, okay, look, I heard that you're interested in Wicca. She knew a high priestess who she got to contact me and talk to me about things. She helped guide me and kind of, she had me study for a year and a day. Now, when I hear of YouTubers who were casting spells and casting circles and were allowed to do these things at the age of 15, I am jealous. Not because I didn't know about doing things at that time, but because I could only read about it. My mom said, you can look at it, it's fine, just you can look on the internet, but you're not practicing it. So I wasn't allowed to practice it. I wasn't allowed to cast circles. I wasn't allowed to do any of that. I did do it when nobody was home, I'll be honest, I did. And that's what I would do till I got my own place. I know that a lot of Wiccans, especially Wiccans, hate the fact that there's the House of Night books exist because it attracts so many people who just want to role play and pretend and everything like that. But it's honestly those books that opened my eyes to the idea that something like Wicca is possible. So there you have it. That's how my world works. Sadly, for those of you who will probably be asking, I ended up working a dream job of mine in retail, and then I got fired from that job and I had to go work as a cashier in Walmart. That has basically destroyed my system. I am relearning and teaching myself basically how to see auras. And having to clear my chakras. I still struggle from working as a cashier, and I did it for 3 months. So I guess that would answer that question for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. There will be more to come. I believe there's 53 videos in total. It's something that's going to be going on basically all year. I don't know if I'm going to do like all the videos all at once and post them all. I may end up doing them daily instead of weekly. I'm not quite sure. It totally depends on this little one, which I know I haven't posted in a while. She's 7 months old. She's almost 8 months old. She'll be 8 months old in 4 days. Holy shit, she's getting big. So totally depends with parenting, but I will try to get them all up for you. I will be answering the ones that are relative to me. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. I don't know if you guys have stuck around for the whole 9 minutes of this video. Yeah, I will see you all very, very soon. Bye guys.